Hello there. This video has an English and a Filipino version. You are now watching the English version. You may check the comment section for the link to the Filipino version, once it is available. In the first part of this video, we are going to summarize the requirements for all passengers entering the Philippines, Filipinos and dual citizens, Balikbayans, and foreign nationals. We contacted the Bureau of Immigration and collected all the answers to your questions. The information here are from the Bureau itself, from the embassies and their websites. Here are some of the most commonly asked questions from our viewers which we will answer. Can I use an expired Philippine passport to travel to the Philippines? Can I use my passport even if it only has less than 6 months validity remaining? If you are a dual citizen, but you neither have your Philippine passport nor your dual citizenship document with you, will you be considered a Filipino? Or a foreign national? Is speaking fluent Filipino enough proof of your Filipino blood? If you are a dual citizen, which passport shall you present at check-in and upon arrival in the Philippines? For some viewers, this is the first time they've heard of the Ballot Buyin program. What is this program and who are eligible to this privilege? For some of our viewers, they've already lost their documents. Will they be able to use a photocopy or a digital copy of their birth certificate to avail of the Ballot Buyin privilege? For those who are new to our channel, we will clarify again who needs the travel insurance and who are exempted from it. But before that, please consider to subscribe to this channel because we provide latest and updated information regarding protocols to the Philippines. We would also like to request you to help our channel reach more people by simply clicking the like button and leaving your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. If you are flying to the Philippines soon, you must prepare these documents to have a hassle-free and smooth check-in experience. Let's start by reviewing the documents that will be asked from you during check-in. For Filipinos and dual citizens, you need your COVID test. Either a 48-hour RT-PCR or 24-hour antigen test result. You need your One Health Pass QR code. If you are fully vaccinated, you must bring your vaccination certificate so you can skip the hotel quarantine. If you are partially vaccinated or unvaccinated, you can still enter the country but you have to quarantine upon your arrival. Next, your passport must be valid. We will discuss what you need to do if your passport is expired or about to expire, so keep on watching. As we have discussed in our previous videos, insurance and return ticket is not required from all Filipinos and dual citizens. For Balikbayans like former Filipinos and their immediate family, the requirements are the same. Except that vaccination is mandatory for you. We will discuss later who are eligible to the Ballot Buyin program and what documents are needed to avail of this privilege. We all know that Balikbayans will be given 1-year visa on arrival. But there are more privileges that you may not be aware of. We will also discuss that. Next, for visa-free nationals, you need all of these requirements. Some of you may still not be aware who are visa-free to the Philippines. We will tell you how you can easily remember this. Holders of 9A visas need to secure all these requirements listed here, with an exemption that we will clarify later. Holders of other types of visas that is not 9A, your requirement is the same as that of a Filipino, only that vaccination is mandatory from you. Number 1 requirement is still a negative COVID test result. All passengers to the Philippines are required to secure this requirement except for those who are 3 years old and below. You have 2 options, and you need to select only one. Either a 48-hour RT-PCR negative test result or a 24-hour negative antigen test result. Regardless of your choice, the test result must have an official certificate. Rapid antigen tests must be administered by healthcare professionals. It means self-test will not be accepted. The good thing about the new resolution is that the IATF is now very clear and very specific about where the tests must be conducted. It should be administered and certified by healthcare professional in a healthcare facility, laboratory, clinic, pharmacy, or other similar establishments. Please note that passengers must always read the guidelines of their airlines. If you check the reminder from Philippine Airlines, passengers are advised to bring their own pen and optionally their own hand sanitizers. Please know that you can only bring one in a 100 ml container. Bring a face mask and wear it at all times. Lastly, download the Trace app. We have a tutorial video about this app in both English and Filipino. Now let's discuss the answer of the Bureau of Immigration, which we got directly from them and also from their website. First, clarification for Filipinos and dual citizens. You must have a valid Philippine passport. Now this is always being asked in the comment section. Can you use your passport even if the validity has only less than 6 months remaining? The answer is, if you are traveling to the Philippines and you are a Filipino or dual citizen, you can use your Philippine passport up to the last day of its validity. But of course we do not recommend this. Always make sure your passport has more than 6 months validity left. Why? Let's look at this example. If you have a layover or connecting flight, make sure your flight itinerary will not force you to clear the immigration of your layover country. For example, arriving via one airport then departing via a different airport, which forces you to clear the immigration, thereby effectively entering that country. In such a case, if your passport validity is less than 6 months, they will not allow you to enter their country. Another example, arriving via one terminal and departing via a different terminal that are not connected. This will also force you to clear the immigration. But then the immigration will not allow you to do that because your passport validity is less than 6 months. Last thing, if you are going out of the Philippines to another country, the validity must be at least 6 months. Please also be reminded that if you are an overseas Filipino with resident status abroad and your residency card is about to expire, or you need a re-entry visa to go back to your country, you are anyway forced to renew your passport to avoid problems. Next question. Can you use an expired Philippine passport to travel to the Philippines? The answer is no, you cannot use an expired passport in an international flight. You must go to the Philippine consulate or embassy to renew your passport or get a travel document for emergency reasons. However, note that upon your arrival in the Philippines, you must renew your passport. You cannot depart the Philippines without a valid passport. Let's clarify again who are Filipinos. Filipinos include OFWs, non-OFWs, and dual citizens. Note however that dual citizens must present either a valid Philippine passport or their dual citizenship document. All Filipinos and dual citizens with valid documents are not required to present a travel insurance or return ticket. Next question is, if you are a dual citizen but you neither have a Philippine passport nor your dual citizenship document with you, please understand that without proof of your Filipino citizenship, you cannot be considered a Filipino. Shall speaking fluent Filipino be enough proof? Please understand that the airlines and the Bureau of Immigration can only use legal documents to verify your citizenship. Next question, if you are a dual citizen, which passport must be presented during check-in? Let's take for example a dual citizen of the USA and the Philippines. At the check-in counter before departing the USA, you have two options. You can present both of your valid passports. Or you can present your foreign passport plus your dual citizenship document. Upon arrival, if you show both your passports, then both passports will have the arrival stamps. In such a case, when you depart the Philippines back to the USA, you must also show both your passports so you'd get both passports have the departure stamp. Upon arrival in the USA, you only need your US passport. Let's go to the Ballot Buyin program. What is the Ballot Buyin program and who are eligible to this privilege? The Ballot Buyin program, as instituted by Republic Act 6768, amended by Republic Act 9174, was launched by the Philippine government to attract and encourage overseas Filipinos to come and visit their motherland. Those who are admitted as Ballot Buyins are given an initial stay of 1 year, which may be extended for another 1, 2, or 6 months. To extend the Ballot Buyin visa, you simply need your passport and then submit a filled-out visa extension form at either the Bureau of Immigration main office or any of their satellite offices nationwide. Former Filipinos naturalized in EO 408 countries are eligible to the Ballot Buyin program. They are natural-born Filipinos who have lost their Philippine citizenship through naturalization in a foreign country and did not retain or reacquire their Filipino citizenship through dual citizenship. By becoming naturalized as a foreigner, they are deemed to have lost their Philippine citizenship. To avail of the Balikbayan privilege, you must present proof of your Filipino blood, either your old Philippine passport or your authentic birth certificate. The Balikbayan privilege is also extended to your immediate family members who are traveling with you. Foreign spouses and children of Balikbayans can avail of this program if they are nationals of E0408 countries or the visa-free countries to the Philippines. They must be traveling together with the Filipino or former Filipino. They are also required to present proof of their legal relation with the Filipino or former Filipino, a marriage certificate for the spouse, or a birth certificate or adoption papers for the child. What if your documents are not in English? If it is not in English, the document must have an English translation and then notarized. What if the former Filipino have lost her documents, proving her Filipino roots? Is a photocopy or digital copy sufficient? According to the Bureau of Immigration, it would be best to present the original copy. For reasons you are unable to secure a copy, please contact the Bureau of Immigration on this number, or send them an email at biportoperationsdiv@gmail.com before flying to the Philippines. Now, besides being able to enter the country visa-free for 1 year, those availing of the Balikbayan privilege are also given these benefits. First, they are given tax exemption on a maximum purchase amount of $1,500 or the peso equivalent in other currency at Philippine government-operated duty-free shops. Upon arrival, declare before the Philippine immigration officer that you are availing of the privilege. Show either your old Philippine passport or birth certificate as proof of your former Philippine citizenship. Your family must present the legal documents we discussed earlier. All passengers who are eligible to the Balikbayan privilege are not required to have a travel insurance or return ticket. What if your spouse or child will not be traveling with you? Can they still avail of the Balikbayan privilege? No. A foreign national spouse or child of a Balikbayan may only be given the said privilege if he or she is traveling with his or her Balikbayan spouse or parent. If you are a Filipino citizen and not a former Filipino, can your spouse and child avail of the Balikbayan privilege? Yes. As long as you are traveling together and they are nationals of EO408 visa-free countries. How do you know which countries are part of this list? This list consists of 157 countries. It includes the entire North and South America, except Cuba. It includes the whole European Union, including the United Kingdom. Major countries with big Filipino population like Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, South Korea, Japan and many more are also included in the list. These nationals do not need a visa to enter the Philippines. If your spouse or child is from India, does it mean they cannot avail of the Balikbayan privilege? Unfortunately, if they are not in the list, they are not eligible to the Balikbayan privilege. Visa-required nationals must secure entry visas prior to their travel to the Philippines. Even former Filipinos who were naturalized in visa-required countries must secure a visa. Lastly, let's discuss about foreign nationals. If you are a national of one of the 157 visa-free countries to the Philippines, you will be given visa upon arrival. Balikbayans are given 1 year initial visa. Others are given 30-day visa upon arrival. Holders of Hong Kong and Macau passports are given 14-day visa. Nationals of Brazil and Israel are given 59-day visa upon arrival. In general, if you wish to stay for more than 30 days, you have two options. Number 1, you may apply for a visa at the Philippine Embassy for a maximum of 59-day stay. Number 2, enter visa-free for 30 days and then apply directly at the Bureau of Immigration prior to the expiration of your 30 visa-free days. How long is the validity of the visa issued for tourists by the embassy? For visas issued by the embassy, visitors are allowed a maximum of 59 days per stay. Meaning if you have a multiple entry visa, you will need to exit and re-enter Philippines after 59 days in the country. If you recently renewed your passport, and your visa is on the old one, you may still use your valid visa on your old passport. Simply bring both old and new passport. Thanks for watching. If you find this information helpful, please like this video. We also appreciate your comments and feedback. Consider to subscribe to get to see more updates like these. See you on the next update and have a safe flight to the Philippines.